Mr. Austin Bickford and his mother, Nina Norfleet. Austin, how old were you when you were first diagnosed with cancer?
5 years old. 5 years old.
Let me say that. Austin, how old were you when you were first diagnosed with cancer?
5 years old.
And Austin, how old are you now?
10.
How long have you been in remission?
5 years.
What was it like for you when you were first diagnosed?
It was kind of hard.
How so?
It just was hard.
If you don't mind, tell us what some of your thoughts were when you first learned about your condition.
I wish I didn't. I wish that I would get through it fine and get the right kind of medicines. And I think that's about all I thought.
Now, Austin, share with us what a day at the hospital consisted of for you when you were the most ill.
It was good. I think we was at the hospital and I was sitting in one of the chairs and they started doing something and I felt really bad and I just didn't like it at all.
What did your days at the hospital consist of? What did you do when you were at the hospital?
Like playing and stuff.
What did they do to you at the hospital?
They stuck me with a lot of needles and they gave me the right medicine and they took care of me and
Austin, how many hospitals have you visited due to your illness?
2.
And where were those?
One was in Nashville and one was in Pennsylvania.
And how many people do you think that you saw on a daily basis that were contributing to your care?
I bet about like 20.
And tell us, please, what time of day would you wake up? I mean, how early did the hustle and bustle of trying to take care of Austin start? How early did you wake? And
Well, they took care of me all night and all day. And then I woke up and noticed that they were taking care of me about like 9 o'clock.
and did you get much sleep in the hospital? Did you get much rest? Or
Every now and then I could sleep all night, but not much.
and tell me, what was it like? I mean, were you able to freely roam around? Were you well enough to travel about the hospital, or?
Only if I didn't have something really wrong with me, like VRE and like a sickness, like a stomach bug or something. As long as I didn't have anything like that, I could pretty much go down there. I could stay on the floor by myself without my mom there with me, but if we went downstairs to go get food or something, she had to go with me.
Now, Austin, now that the treatment is over, looking back, what are you most thankful for?
Probably all the nurses and the medicines that they give me and just knowing God.
How did cancer affect your life and your family's life?
It affected my life because I couldn't do what I used to could do, and I think it affected their life because they didn't get to see me much.
Did having cancer change the way you live your life now? How so?
I can do a lot more than I can, and I can do more, and I can play sports like I couldn't in the hospital, and I think that's all, basically.
What kind of sports do you like to play?
Football, basketball, and baseball.
Are you any good?
I'm not that good at football.
Now, Nana, you're his mother, and you were there with him all through the process. What services have you found that other cancer patients and their families could benefit from knowing about?
I think for us, the biggest help that we received was the Hope Lodge. That's a place where if you have cancer or families of cancer victims can go and stay for free. It's just free lodging, and they have free food sometimes and services there. And also probably the Ronald McDonald House, as far as if you have a child that has cancer. It's a place that you can go, and there's plenty of games, and it's free lodging as well, and the entire family can stay. And if you're going to be at the hospital for long periods of time, the American Cancer Society is who is responsible for helping with the Hope Lodge. And to me, those are the biggest benefits, because when you're away from home for so long, it gets expensive to have to find a hotel room every time.
Now, when you found these, was this contact information readily available on the internet for those seeking these services, or how did you learn?
I learned about the Hope Lodge and Ronald McDonald House through our hospital social worker. So I'm sure they are online, but I specifically learned through our social worker at the hospital.
Is there anything that you would like to say that might be encouragement to others going through cancer treatments now?
Is this for me or Austin?
Both of you.
I just hope they get better.
I think as long as what I found helped us the most is to keep your faith and to stay positive. For us, they were always telling us not to let Austin do this or not to let him be around people because his counts were low, but I just treated him like a normal child. Whether that was right or wrong, to kind of go against what the doctor said, I just let him be a child and have fun, and if that meant, him getting a little, catching a cold or whatever, to me, staying positive and keeping him like a normal child helped us to get through this.
Now, this question I'll ask of both of you as well. Austin, we'll start with you. What one thing got you through the rough times during cancer treatment?
Probably God, my nurses, and my mom.
And Nana, what about you?
Definitely our faith in God.
Well, we've certainly enjoyed visiting with you both today, and we're certainly happy that it's been 5 years of remission for you, Austin. I know that you've been in the newspaper quite a bit, and the whole community has followed your progress, and we're just happy that you're here to talk with us today. Before you go, is there anything else that you would like to add, or any parting thought that you would like to share?
No, sir.
Nana, what about you?
I mean, like I've said over and over, I think as long as you have God in your life and can keep your faith, and even when the times are the hardest, if you just remember that He's always there, that is by far what got us through every day.
Certainly been a pleasure talking with you both.